All right. Twitch streamers, podcast subscribers, 857 fans from all across the world. Welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast, where we discuss video game topics, releases, and events. If this voice is not familiar to you, allow us to introduce ourselves. Turbo 857.
Jason Sticks.
Al. G857. Threw you off, didn't I?
No, Kevin,
See that
because he
coming.
didn't even say Kevin.
No.
He said Turbo 857.
Nope.
The 23rd Stallion. And I'm Eric. Did you guys catch that dance at the beginning? What I was doing? You know where that's from?
No.
I'm gonna do it again. Remember this?
Oh,
That was, Cuphead, right?
Yeah.
Flower Boss.
I love that fucking dance.
Hate that boss,
The
too.
dance is the shit. I love it. Yeah, I already said my name.
Game is amazing. I haven't played it yet, but it looks awesome. Streams that you guys have is awesome.
We're gonna finish it soon.
Yeah, that should be a dance floor thing.
I'll rock
That
it.
shit?
I think
Should be a new dance
You can get away
move.
with it.
I think it is.
You can get
Like,
away
do
with it.
that, rock that
I
shit
think
in
it's
the
a
club.
Jamaican dance.
Yeah, but I
Like,
say
yo,
it looks like some Jamaican shit.
I think so.
What they go on? Boop boop.
Before we get into today's topic, does anyone have any news you want to
Of
share
course we do, Kevin.
with everyone listening?
Kevin, a.k.a. Turbo 857.
Someone was supposed to leave a comment and ask me what my name is.
No one cares.
But
No one
now you
cares.
saw it.
No one cares.
No one gives a shit. No one knows who you
If
are.
they're seeing this live, you can see the box anyway that says Kevin, so it's no surprise.
No
that
one
shit's empty.
cares.
So-
Whatever.
One day we should switch where we sit. Throw them all off.
Yeah, right. Like, guess who I am?
Mm.
Leave it in the comments.
And I'll imitate you. I'll be like, I'm Kevin.
I'd have to stutter everywhere.
Yeah, I'll be like, I came to talk.
Yeah, very funny. very, very funny. Let's see you do an intro, all right?
I'll do an intro. I'll do it. I'll do one on the
I feel
fly.
like, what's this called
Gladly.
again?
I'll do it. I'll do
Gladly.
it. I'll do an intro
Al, you're
on
going
the
to read
fly.
it. You'll read it.
No, I don't need
I
to
do
read
mine
anything.
from
No.
straight from the dome.
We could tell.
Yeah,
You're about to drop your
yeah,
drink, too.
everybody can tell.
Straight from the dome.
How horrible.
Today's news
It
is the biggest news that we've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
Sega.
State of Decay. Let me start on
I fucking wish. I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be playing it. State of Decay 2, delayed again. No.
Yeah, right.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 has been announced.
Oh, yeah?
2018.
Oh, yeah?
And I don't even know.
Christmas. Let me start.
I don't even know if that's the best news. The best news is that it's going to play like Valkyria.
Yeah, if it
Chronicles 1.
Yeah, that's
Right,
probably-
they were going
And
through the
two.
roots.
And 3.
No,
Yes.
No.
And 2 and 3.
No.
One.
No.
That's how they played.
No.
I don't know, though. The
Don't
PS
fuck 'em up.
Stunk.
I didn't like
Fuck
2
'em up.
too much.
3.
The PSP was too limited.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
glad
it
it's
was.
coming to console.
And I heard the addition of airships.
Really?
Yep.
Hashtag half chub.
Yikes.
Well,
Lucky we're not typing. No one wants to
Hashtag
see that.
pause.
no, there's like captions.
Dislike.
No, when this goes on YouTube's captions, you'll be able to see that. But
I'm very excited for
that's
that.
awesome news.
And in other news,
That is the greatest news of all time.
That was awesome.
What's that?
on the Level 857 YouTube channel as well as our Twitch, I beat Evil Within 2.
All right.
That's news.
Finally, man.
That's news.
That is news.
Right.
That's news.
How'd you like it?
I love
Finally.
Don't ruin it. Let them watch
No.
this. Let them watch this.
Buy it.
Yeah.
I
It's-
recommend buy it. It should
Mm.
be a candidate for Game of the Year.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to have that. We're going to have candidates for Game of the Year.
Ooh.
Next,
Yeah,
next podcast.
next podcast.
Shit, I
I
got
already know which one's going to win
I got
my
to
mind.
speed up on
All right,
Shadow
no.
of War.
I have
gonna
to
be
play
a-
everything.
No.
That's going to be a 3-hour podcast.
It was a great year for games, though. It really was a great year
I
for
was
games.
slow with games. I played games 2 years ago, like for
Yeah.
Grand Theft 5. I mean,
I'm
that's not
catching
this
up.
year. I mean, I played
No,
maybe
it's like
2 games from this year.
10 years
Catching
ago now.
Yeah, it's mad old. So I
That's
mean,
like, what, 6 years? at
I
least.
played a couple of
Seriously.
up-to-date games.
as long as we each played a game from this year that has like been
Yeah.
very good, then we can kind of
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, Mario,
King of
whatever.
Fighters. No.
Oh,
it's not.
King of
yeah.
Fighters.
Fighters.
I didn't play it. I didn't even play it.
King of
It
Fighters.
was good. I heard it was good.
Oh, man.
Who's excited for the that Street Fighter 5, the arcade mode one?
We get to see the real Street Fighter
2
5.
years later. 2 years later.
We've been playing the beta for 2 years.
Holy shit! Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is.
The arcade edition. That's great. Why did
They're
they come out with an
desperate.
arcade mode?
They're desperate because
So-
they didn't make any fucking money on the last
Well,
one.
we're gonna talk about Street Fighter and a lot of other games
Oh,
that
yeah.
are kind of like it.
Oh, yeah.
because-
Today's topic is...
Thanks, Kev, for interrupting my
Yeah, he was
I
going
like
to
that.
the
Yeah,
nice
I love
segue
how
killer.
Jay was in the middle of
Segway
it.
killer.
Jay
Okay,
was stewing
so
and Kev
Kev-
said, "Let me just try to taste the
Since
food
you
before
wanna-
it's ready."
since you want to interrupt, how about you tell us today's gaming topic?
Today's gaming topic is loot crates, microtransactions.
Who crates?
Who crates? So crates.
So great.
So crates.
So crates. So Kate's.
So
Kate's.
come on.
God damn it,
Loot
man.
crates.
So crates.
So
Come
Kate's.
on, Kev.
Oh man.
Loot crates.
Oh man.
Microtransactions.
And
He
DLC.
said
DLC.
so cakes.
Season passes.
What's so cakes?
So whole cakes.
Okay.
Whole cakes. Because hoes got to eat too.
Hoes got too.
All the things we love about the DLC era.
Oh my god. All the things we love about it.
We love about it, yeah.
No, things we
Nah,
hate
nah,
on.
I
that's-
wouldn't say. I would
what
not
the hell?
say.
Yo.
He's changing the topic.
Yeah,
It
we
was
love-
sarcasm.
I love loot crates.
It was sarcasm.
What do you love about loot crates?
When you
Is it-
get the thing that you were really hoping for,
It's the surprise.
The
You just
gambling.
don't know. You just don't know what you get.
The gamble,
never know what
and then
you're
you
gonna
get
It's
a.
like a box of chocolate.
It's terrible, man.
How can they don't read the box? It tells you what's in there. I never got that reference.
That's near to that. I'm like, you know.
I was like, I only take the caramel ones. You just read what it looks like.
Yeah, it tells
That's
you. There's on the inside of the box. You
on
read
the
it.
inside though, like
Tells
when
you.
you first buy it and the outside doesn't say it. You, know?
You don't buy shit. You don't just buy it.
You buy a box of
You
chocolate.
know what it has in it.
You have an
It's on
idea.
the opposite
No,
side.
it's
It's on
sort
the
of-
opposite side.
Assorted chocolates. It's either on the
It has
bottom.
The has the shape and
It's
it
a
says
assorted chocolate.
that's
It's on the
flavor.
inside of the fucking cover.
On the inside.
On the inside of the
Yeah,
cover.
You had to buy it first. Though.
Yeah.
It's like
Whatever.
But
You
it's
still
assorted.
know- You still know what you're getting.
that's what Forrest Gump was talking about. Everybody thought he was an idiot.
He is.
He is.
It's
There's something wrong. It's terrible.
How would Forrest Gump come up in a video game podcast? I don't know.
Hey, it was about war.
Ask Kev.
It was about
Ask
war.
Kev. Exactly. Ask
It was
Kev.
Call of Duty.
he
right?
said life is like a box of chocolates.
Nah, see,
All right, that's how it happened.
He actually didn't say that. That's the Mandela effect, where everybody thinks that he actually said that.
He says it.
No, he doesn't.
Life is like
if
a
I
box
pull
of
up,
chocolates.
if I pull up the actual scene, he actually doesn't say.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Can we just
He
get to
said
the
that.
fucking topic?
But there,
Can we
but
get
there.
to the freaking topic?
Oh,
Please.
man.
Let's talk about this movie. And I'm sorry.
Well, let's look up what he actually said.
I'll show you later. But yes.
Okay, so it all started out.
I quit.
It's
I quit.
so loot crates and DLC and everything all started out from when consoles turned more to like PCs. It actually happened first on PC.
Right, it's a PC thing, right?
Yeah, because with consoles, the reason why I like consoles is because you used to just buy the game, and that was it. You put the game in, it plays. It's what they gave you, and that's it.
Yeah.
But since we have hard drives, now they can add stuff. They can fix stuff, updates constantly.
Yep.
So that sucks. But it means that they can come out with a game that's unfinished, and they can put new stuff. And
Yep.
basically, that's what led to, hey, you know what? Let's not put stuff in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring it out later, and then charge them more.
Yep.
So
Who did that at first? Xbox.
yeah,
I guarantee they did that first.
No, I mean, like I said, PCs did it first.
Yeah, no, PCs did do it first.
But then it went into portable gaming. Like, well, not portable,
Mobile
so
gaming.
mobile. I would say on the phones it happened.
Phones, yeah.
Free to play shit. Where they
So it went to free to play,
Mm-hmm.
which led to, okay, that's cool. I could play this like what was it, like Angry Birds,
Mm-hmm.
like Candy Crush,
Right.
like games like that. You
Right.
just play it, you can pick it up, doesn't cost you a dime, which is great. It seems like it's great,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not
Mm-hmm.
because they have other ways to get money from you. So usually it was $1 a game, like 99 cents a game,
Yeah.
which was fine. I got everybody used to paying it. So the past 10 years, people are used to paying $1 for a game.
Right.
So they can't exactly say, hey, $30 now for this game for the phone.
Yeah.
People aren't going to want to do that.
Yep.
So what they do is have you purchase extra things. Like, okay, you can't get past this level. How about you give us $1? You get this extra thing, bonus thing that can get you past the level or something like that, or it can help you.
The Mighty Eagle.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Right.
So that's like, okay, instead of paying $1 for the game, you're going to pay $1 every time you need this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more than $1, ain't it? But it's free for you to play. You don't have to get it,
Right.
which is fine. You can still progress in the game if you don't want to buy that thing.
Like I do. The hard way.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just
you didn't
not.
beat Angry Birds.
Sometimes
I beat a lot of stages without the mighty damn eagle. I never bought the eagle.
later on they'll say buy this to open the rest. That sucks.
yeah.
So let's see. So in the beginning, the first game I could see that did it, and like I'm not mad at the freemium games. It's called freemium, by the way. The free games that you have to pay for extra stuff on. But I wasn't mad at that.
Freemium.
Freemium.
Is that a word? Yes.
But I'm not angry at them like birds.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh.
So what? I said it anyway. But I'm not angry at that. So when we got angry, the first time I could recall being angry about extra stuff that you can buy in a game is Oblivion. When that came out and they said
That
it
was
was
the first
like
one.
$2 to $3 or something for horse armor, right? Armor for your horse, just to make it look cool.
Yeah.
$3. That's extensive for that little type of thing. It should be in
Free.
a pack. It should be in a pack of stuff if you're gonna offer stuff like that. It's cosmetic, but to offer $3 for a cosmetic thing, when you can buy games for $1,
Yeah.
like plus it's a it was a real game that cost real money, full price,
Right.
and then they want you to buy this and this and this and this and this, and that's a game that had tons of it.
Yeah.
So that was the first. Actually, that's the first one that pissed me off.
Instead of earning it too, like it wasn't like you can play the game.
You can't
and
get
like,
it any other way.
And that was like a hidden secret that if you found, or if you got a certain amount of points that you earn that.
Yeah.
Nah, it's straight up. You give us cash,
And then you
and
got
then you
that.
get it.
And that's the only way.
and that's the only way you can get it.
I hate that.
Yeah, there was a lot of games that did that shit, man.
Well, there's a lot of games that started you like, what was it? It was kind of like a gambling effect. Like it was like
Loot
kinda-
crates.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. First game I played that made me feel like I had to play to get better things was Phantasy Star Online, and that
Oh,
made me
never.
just play for 100 hours, over 100 hours, just grinding, trying to get a better weapon, trying to get this and that, and that
I remember
didn't.
those days.
That was before loot crates.
Yeah.
So imagine if it was during that.
Oh,
so,
God.
So that was before. That was when you just fight things and you get a drop, basically a drop from an enemy, and you get that. Like kind of like Diablo, kind of
I'll
like
never
those things.
forget when I played that, and I got this sword called Elsion. If anyone's familiar with Phantasy Star, Elsion's like the ultimate sword in Phantasy Star. Remember, or Elcidion.
Elcidion, yeah.
But it was called Elsion in Phantasy Star Online. I said, "Oh shit, I got Elsion."
How'd it look? How'd it look?
Well, let me check it
Okay.
out. Check it out.
I never saw
Probably
that
a
shit.
rainbow.
I
thing.
was on level 41, and it said, like you have to be a certain level to.
Yeah.
This was you have to be on like level
80.
210. I said, I will, in the history of playing this game, I will never get this.
Right.
I was happy, and then it just went.
Yeah.
I
Your
I-
motivation. Your
yeah.
motivation just goes
I'm
away.
like, this is fucked up. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to see what this looks like. Of course, I looked online. I said, look at that sword. It even shoots.
But it was a lucky drop though. That's what they were.
Yeah, they had tons
They
of
were
those.
lucky drops.
Tons of those.
That's
So I don't have a
crazy.
problem with those.
no,
It gives you incentive to play the game, whatever. It
That's
happens.
replay, but yeah, it keeps,
Yeah.
gives the game some worth. So you get
It
the
would have
most out of it.
sucked if they charged you to
Right.
buy that freaking sword,
That would suck.
and then it's in game. It's locked behind a 210
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
level freaking barrier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where it
Well,
gets. That's where it
that's
sucks.
the evolution, though. We're gonna get to that.
But they can't get criticized because they never
why
offer the microtransaction.
That's why
for
it's
that.
okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's okay.
So when games back in the day, it was like Street Fighter. I can say the first one, like not Street Fighter 2, the first time that came out.
Not Fighting Street.
Not Fighting Street.
Fighting
Oh,
with
man.
Turbo graphics. No. So Street Fighter 2. They'd be the first. Capcom would be the first company that I fell for bringing out downloadable content to a home console that wasn't PC, because they had Street Fighter 2, they had Championship Edition, they had Super Street Fighter 2. Well, they had Turbo. Then they had Super Street Fighter 2. Then they had Super Street Fighter Turbo.
And then the broken Street Fighter 2 that you can
Yeah.
remember the broken one, the
Yeah.
arcade,
The Rainbow Edition or whatever.
Where you were like Guile and midair,
Yeah.
kept throwing song booms.
The-
Like,
the-
So,
glitch
but
one.
that wasn't Capcom. That was just a rip of it. But they came out with basically, okay, we'll add these 4 characters, we'll charge them another $40.
Right.
We'll add these new colors, we'll charge them another this
Or a
and that.
background. Oh, we got these
New
stages.
backgrounds, something like that. So you couldn't, if that was able to be downloaded, that would have been downloadable content for a ridiculous amount of money.
The same price.
Yeah.
imagine.
Like I would pay $64, and then another $64, and then another $64. And I was glad to do it. I was like, yo, give me that's the new one. Give me that.
Yep.
But that's when we were young and impressionable. So all these kids now, they're like, they don't have a problem with this downloadable content. They're like, oh, it's extra.
It's
Buy
extra
the
stuff.
extra. It's not the whole game. We'll just do this. But nah, like, let's just bring it to now. Overwatch, right?
Oh,
Well, actually, before we even get to Overwatch, Team Fortress 2 by Valve.
Okay.
Right? So that was the first game to introduce a semi type of loot crate system into the works.
that was the first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deceiving because people weren't ready for what it actually was going to be. So that game, I like the game, and loot crates weren't brought into the forefront then because they gave so much for free anyway.
Right.
So the amount of stuff that they gave you for free was like, okay, they're supporting this game. It's crazy. Maybe I'll buy a hat here and there, whatever. You don't have to buy that stuff. But it was like a reward system for, I don't know what's in this. Let me give you money and see what I get.
Yeah.
Gambling, basically.
Semi like that, yeah.
It's a slot machine, man. It's the same shit.
It's like a slot machine.
It's gambling.
It's such horse.
It is.
Well, it's kind of like when people bought Pokemon cards and Magic cards.
Pokemon.
And baseball cards.
Baseball.
It's like the claw game. You know, the claw game that you see in arcades and shit. That's like you get the prize.
you
and
know
then
what it is,
You
though.
move the joystick. You're like,
But you know what you're trying
how many
to grab.
people win
there.
that shit?
It's a ripoff, yeah. But you know what you're trying to.
See, no
you
one
know
wins
what you're
shit.
trying to grab though. When people
It's a
bought-
ripoff, though.
When people
man.
bought the cards, yeah, that is a ripoff. When people bought the cards, it's a box. They would buy boxes of them
Yeah.
to see if they get this secret rare card.
That's
it's
true.
exactly what a loot crate is.
Yeah,
It's I don't know what's in here. Let's open it. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's trash.
it's like when you bought
And then you open it. Oh, it's trash.
when you buy
and
the
then you open
the-
it.
the-
Oh, it's gold. I got the gold card finally after $30, after $100.
Yeah.
I remember
Which is
that.
like that. No one complains about it because you know what you're trying to do.
I complain about that shit.
No, but I'm saying
They
if
did that
you
shit
were,
with comics too. Remember that?
Yeah.
The special variety pack of comics. They had the ill comic in the front.
well, that's a
With
ripoff though.
seven comics in the middle. When you're a kid, you don't know that shit.
That's how you get
so
all
you're
your
like,
Valiant
oh, cool,
comics.
I get all these comics.
Valiant.
That's how you get all your Valiant
Yeah.
comics.
Valiant taking shots at
That's
Exo Man
Horrible.
They were
Award.
they were at Comic Con.
Horrible.
I don't know how, but
They're
they were
still around.
They're still around.
They are still around.
Still make comics.
They still are around.
Torok.
Horrible.
Issue 7.
I would work for
Horrible.
him. I'm desperate. I'd work for him.
But I'm just saying, like, you knew what you were getting into, and like that's the name of the game when that happens. We don't ask for that in video games.
No.
You ask to buy your game, and your game is
Get
what
a
you
game.
buy. Yes, like you don't just buy it and say, okay, maybe I can just keep doing it. And the way they're doing it with the phones and everything, they're tricking kids. They don't know this stuff.
They tricked me, man.
They trick you because
They
you
tricked
have
me
a
with the
mind
fucking
of a child.
Shadow of Mordor.
It's like that.
they tricked me with Shadow of Mordor. They had a fucking a DLC,
Mm.
and I was like, "Oh, this is great!" It was $20 for this fucking DLC, and I'm like, "Oh, you get to play as the forgot her name, but there's a female character, and you get to play as her, and you had the mission, and I beat the mission in like 15 minutes,
Nice.
and I was like, this shit was not worth.
$1.50 a minute.
I was
Sorry.
that shit was
Exactly.
not.
You paid for $1.50
That
a
was
minute.
not worth it at
$1.
all, man. I was so pissed, and I was like, but then I'm like, yeah, they got me. They fucking got me.
I felt that way after Arkham Knight's $100 freaking season pass DLC.
It was $100.
It was like
Oh
it
my
was
God.
something like
It
that.
was like 80, I think.
Was it 80 or
I
something?
thought
it
it
was
was
somewhere
40s.
around
No.
It's like
Guess I was wrong.
Well, I mean, if
I
you
bought
bought it with
pieces
the
of
game,
it. I don't think I got.
It's not worth it, man.
You
it
know,
was still expensive, whatever it was.
I mean,
Yeah.
at
that price,
the
hell
DLC
yeah.
with Batman, they gave
maybe
a,
I
they
think it's
gave
the
a
game
lot
and the
of
DLC was 100.
Yeah,
something
I
like
think it was
that.
everything.
It was something like that, but it was just like.
Still, that's a lot.
but you
and
get
they
the
did-
Batmobile, though.
They did give a lot, like for the DLC, they had a lot of
They had a
cool,
lot of DLC,
a lot of cool
but-
DLC, but there was some DLC with some bullshit.
Was
No,
there
there's-
another game's worth of DLC? Because that's the price of the game.
Right.
No, I felt like
No,
the
there was
freaking
not.
the Killer Croc stuff, the Mad Hatter. That
That-
should have
that
been
should
in
have been the game. No,
I
that-
felt
that's
that should have been in the main
bullshit.
game.
See,
bullshit.
that's fucked up, man.
That
When
when I-
developers do that
that's
shit,
bullshit.
it's like, why take the shit? It should be in the game already. Why take it out and then sell it to the fucking consumer?
The Batgirl, Nightwing, Robin story, Red Hood, that is DLC. That's fine
Right.
for DLC.
Right.
But I was like, and they sent it best for last because it felt like an extension of the main game, but it really takes place during the campaign of the game.
Yeah.
It's just DLC.
No, that's
No, the way that-
that's nonsense. what they
fucking
did. That's
Naughty
not
Dog
cool.
they did it right
Mm-hmm.
when they came out with the the chicks. I fucking beat that shit too, man.
Uncharted,
Lost
Legacy, yeah.
Lost Legacy was $40,
Mhm.
but they
But it
sold
was a big game.
But it was a big game.
Yeah.
I got what fucking.
$30 would have been better.
It was 7 hours. I think I got it in 6 or 7 hours.
7 hours.
Should have been
Okay.
25 to 30.
Well,
I
I mean,
really-
7 hours is pretty good for a game.
It's like a lot.
Uncharted 4, man. It was Uncharted 4. It was the same mechanics as Uncharted 4, different story. it was like expanding on that story. It took place right after it.
$34.99.
I think no, then that's actually how much it is now.
Resident Evil
Black
5.
Friday, actually, yeah, that's how much it is now.
Resident Evil 5 was like
No, it's
12-hour
20.
campaign.
It's 20 now.
You know,
Oh, it's
and that
20
was
now?
$65 when it first
That's a
came
steal for
Mm.
20. That's a steal.
out. It was like $65. It was like 12 hours.
I
of
didn't-
campaign. It wasn't that long.
I didn't feel ripped off playing it because actually
Not
it
every
was a
game has
really
to be
really
50
good.
hours.
You don't have to have, yeah.
No, not every, but I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It expanded with the story. It was its own thing,
Yeah.
you know, and it was a tried and true fucking control scheme. Like it was everything that was
So
familiar.
that's the way to do it right.
You know,
Yeah, no, it was done
But
right. I didn't feel ripped off when
This
I
has
beat it.
nothing to do with anything, but it was crazy. I didn't even
Huh.
notice. Evil Within 2 was 21 hours.
21.
Flew
Yeah.
through it.
Really?
Really?
I was like, I was like 21, really? Okay,
Wow.
Wow.
21.
21.
Oh man.
Which is fine. It didn't feel long though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that was the perfect length for it, but you know, whatever.
That's awesome.
As long as you're not charging me more, you know, for some.
Yeah, right.
So Valve,
What-
so just
Oh.
get back on topic. So Valve is a
I was-
company that really dove into actually selling a bunch of extra stuff. Blizzard is also another company. So they have
Baldur's
is it?
Gate, is that them?
No,
Is it?
no.
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 What company?
Blizzard.
Blizzard.
They have Diablo, man.
Wait, is it no?
Yeah, Diablo. They have World of.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Oh,
They have
Wow.
Hearthstone,
No,
don't
okay.
they?
Huh?
They have Hearthstone, the card game, right?
Yes.
So that's one. That's a huge game for that.
World of Warcraft.
Warcraft, yeah, they have that, and they have Overwatch. So
Overwatch.
that brings us into today.
Yeah.
There are loot crates in Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
No one really cared that much because it's cosmetics. They're not giving you like, oh, a new level, or this is a character stat or something like that. This is stuff that you don't have to get. They give it to you.
Yeah.
So it gives you incentive to play, just to play that game regularly. And that's fine. It's a tournament type game.
Mm-hmm.
And no one complains about that as much. I mean, people do complain,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not needed. So leave loot crates that way
Yeah.
and stop getting greedy because they're starting to get greedy.
It's starting to agree.
Greedy. So I don't blame them. So listen, right? It's called recurrent consumer spending. That's what I'm saying about, okay, I pay you this amount of money, and then I pay you this, and then I pay you this, and then I pay you this, and then I pay you this.
Again.
So that's what Grand Theft 5 has done. That's why it's been out for 6 years, and that's why it's still number 2.
Do they
in the
keep
rankings.
adding stuff to Grand Theft? Is
Dude,
that what
I
Yes.
like I was mentioning before. Since I recently beat it,
Mm.
every time I start the game, if you want this pack, something,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
yeah.
always something
Yeah.
available.
Really?
It's
from
annoying.
cars, from guns,
It's
from
annoying.
online modes, and there's so much shit.
Grand
that
Theft
you-
Auto Online is a living world.
It's a living
So,
world.
no,
right?
it is a lot. I want nothing to do with
It's
it,
annoying, man.
but I
They've
just-
added some cool stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They
I can
have
see,
kept
yeah.
that thing alive month after month after month. They had like Tron.
They,
It's
they have
still on
heists,
the,
have,
right?
like,
They got like
racing,
bank
they have
heists. And
heists.
shit.
It's
yeah.
still on the top 10 most sold
It's in the
fucking
top
games.
5.
If
It's
that's
the-
your
it's the
thing,
number one game
you're
of all
probably
time.
like, yo, that's
Yeah.
mad
It
fun.
beat Wii
Still.
Sports. That's
Still.
crazy. I was like,
Yes.
Still.
I bought that a long time ago.
It's
But,
amazing.
but that's what they want because the amount of money that made compared to the game that's been in the top 3 slots for the past 5 years, the amount of money that online venture costs,
yeah,
the regular game pales in comparison.
it does. It's like
why even bring up? They're like, why would
They
we
need-
make another Grand Theft? That's why. Have we seen a picture of Grand Theft?
that's the
Well,
thing. Like
they are working on it, but
I know, but have
they
you
don't
seen
have to
a
fucking.
picture? It's been 5 to 6 years.
Well, they
I,
never.
don't,
they
I have
actually,
no
yes.
idea what.
has it been 5-6 years
Has-
since Grand Theft 5 came out?
Yes.
No, yeah, it has.
What, 5 or 6 years?
No, it's been.
Yeah, it
It's
came
been
out-
like 4.
it came
4
out
years.
before the new systems, and that was 4 years ago.
4 years.
It came out like
5 years.
right at the end.
4
though,
years,
like
bro.
the last
I
year.
I remember it
of
because
last
the week
generation.
No, it came out for the older systems,
it came
Yeah.
out 4
and then we
years
had to
ago.
wait a year
Yeah,
after the new systems came out.
and
before
they
even
swore to
dropped for
God that it wasn't going to come out for
And
the
I got-
PS4.
And the
Grand-
new systems have been out for 4 years. So
I
it's
got
been 5
Grand
years.
Theft Auto 5 4 years ago. It was the reason why I know is
September
because my 5-year fucking
the date.
anniversary from where I work.
But he's got the date.
It was the first year after I beat it.
But he's got
That was
the
my
date.
first vacation.
He's got the date though. What's the date?
September 17th, 2013.
2013.
Yes,
4
I
years.
started in 2012.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I bought it after my
Wow,
fucking
and
first
It's been out for a
vacation.
while.
And I just recently
So,
beat
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
They made billions on just the online component. Not even
But
the
you know
game.
what? The thing
Yeah,
is about that,
insane.
at least they released the whole game.
Yeah, but they don't
You know?
want to do that anymore.
Like,
Red
at least
Dead
they released the
Redemption.
whole game.
No,
Red Dead Redemption is they really want that to be only online.
What I was gonna say was that none of the Grand Theft
They
Autos that they
whore 'em
were
out.
working out, like they kept that shit on the reps. When 5 came out, nobody knew anything about it.
But
They
do you
kept that on the
notice-
reps. When 4 came out, nobody knew anything about it.
Let me tell you
until
this.
they released it on E3.
Do you see them coming out with another? What was it? The Anarchy. What was it? The one with the motorcycles. Do you see them coming out with side
in the
stories
Dam?
like that? Yeah.
Oh God.
No, they're not coming out
Because
with
they've got the online
the Ballad of Gay Tony. They're not coming
Yeah,
out
they
with
don't
that.
expansions.
don't
No,
do
they're
that,
not
yeah.
doing
Not for one
expansions.
player. Not worth it.
Even though those are fucking dope.
You know what's messed up? I'm actually
That's funny.
terrified
Mm.
when State of Decay 2 comes out. Are they gonna
Oh,
whore?
they're
are they
gonna
gonna
whore
whore the? And the funny thing is, I'm such a big fan. I'm
Well-
gonna be like, you know,
Well,
it's like,
I have good news for you, but we didn't get there yet. So, Street Fighter 4. We're gonna move up. It's still going with this stuff.
Mhm.
Street Fighter
Fighter
4
just gets me angry.
was the first. It had a full game basically. I was fine with that. But then
love
they
Street
had
Fighter 4.
costume upon costume upon costume upon costume
shouldn't
upon
have to
costume.
shouldn't have to pay for costumes.
It was like $25
it's
for
stupid. It's-
7 costumes
it's
and
dumb.
25 here for this costume. And the worst to do it, Dead or Alive was the last one. Was it 6?
4, 5,
5. Dead or Alive 5. It cost like 5 times as much to get all the downloadable content than the game. More than
Wow.
that. It's like $300 to get, or more, to get all the downloadable content. And that was a game based on costumes. So they
my
destroyed.
God.
Talk about greedy.
Costumes should never in any game should never be sold.
More than
They
the
should
game.
never be sold. They should never be sold. Period. No
Yeah,
costumes.
skin. It's just it's like so.
Throw it in
It's
there.
a digital fucking file. That's just that's it.
Yeah, it's like you. I gotta pay
$5.
cash out of my pocket for a
$5.
stupid outfit.
Like
You-
$20 should be the pass to get them all if you have to. But $300 more dollars
That's
You
for
should-
a $60 game.
All right. The only thing that I could justify, like having that model where you could spend money to get an outfit, is if it was
The
if there was
Sims.
some
The Sims.
The Sims.
no if there was a way to earn it in the game. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
could pay, you play a certain, like if you could earn it, but then also had the option of paying. Like if you don't want to fucking grind and fight 150 fucking whatever it is on like level whatever to get this costume.
Yeah.
If that's not the time that you have to do that, and you have the option to buy it, then I see no problem with that.
The only
But-
time to me it's acceptable for someone for a company to charge for a costume is if
Yeah.
they actually send you the costume to your fucking house.
Or that too, yeah.
That is the only way I'd be like,
that would work
"Word?"
too. Yeah, no, that
I'd be
works
like,
too.
all right, fine, that's
Remember
cool.
in Resident Evil when you found the key and your second playthrough you can open the lock and you can get a
Yeah,
costume
yeah.
and it gave you a sim to
That's
play the game
yes,
again?
Yep.
yes. I don't want to pay for that.
That's how it should be.
You know who
It's
does
like-
it really? A company does it perfect though. Nintendo.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
They don't do it perfect.
With costumes and
They're
shit.
gonna get greedy too.
No, they don't. Because
Actually,
listen,
I can't
this-
agree with that 100%.
you know what? Mario Odyssey. Okay, very very good game.
They didn't charge you for
Right.
a costume.
Thank God.
Exactly. That's why I said they did it right. You earn the
Yeah,
fucking
that's
costume.
fine. I'm talking about payments.
No, I'm
Super,
talking about
Super,
earning
Super
it.
Smash Brothers, they sold costumes in the pack.
Really?
Me
for the
costumes,
me costumes,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, well,
But
who cares about that shit?
They were optional. It's like, and they,
but it's
They didn't
option-
impact the game.
It's optional.
yeah, it wasn't for the regular
It's-
characters, just
yeah,
for the
it's
memes
not a
and
big
stuff.
deal.
Yeah, it's like
How about releasing like a
But like a-
Halloween pack of costumes on Halloween?
Like
Thank
right.
your people for supporting your
Right.
game.
Here goes some new costumes. Here goes some new skins. Blah blah.
Instead of here's this costume, pay $5 a
You
person.
know You know what's crazy?
How many people in the game? 30.
You know the that fighting game
$5 a person.
Skullgirls.
Yeah.
Skullgirl.
It's a independent company
Okay.
that made that. It's an independent fighting game.
$10
It's like
for
an
that
anime.
game.
Yeah, it's cheap, but all the DLC is free. Everything that they come, all the costumes are free.
I love that shit.
Small
the thing is?
indie company. They made it's a great fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Free.
I hate to
That's
keep
awesome.
bringing up this game during the podcast because I just beat it today.
Oh.
But the cool thing about beating Evil Within 2 is as soon as I beat it, this costume's unlocked. This costume's unlocked.
Yes.
This costume's unlocked. This gun's unlocked. You get this much money. You get like it just
Mm-hmm.
kept popping up at the end of the game. Oh, I'm rewarded with all this stuff, so I can
Right.
play it again with all the stuff that I just played. Like you get rewarded, not like if you want this costume, it's
Right.
$1.99.
Hey, we have a sale.
in the store, in the PS store. Like, I don't want you to sell me shit. Just reward me for beating
You
this
know what?
fucking game. You
Well,
know,
that brings me back to
Resident Evil did
what
that.
you call
you know?
it. Brings me
Uh,
back to Dead or Alive. When I first used to play that game and I was addicted to it,
Mm-hmm.
you would after you beat it,
Reward.
costume get.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
Costume
Beat it with this character, you get that.
But it would. I
that
beat it
character's
like
alternate
70
cast.
times
What
because
if-
I got a costume every time I beat it.
What if you beat a game and you didn't even know you beat the game because
Well,
you
we're
watched a
gonna get to those.
cutscene
Yeah,
We're
he's
gonna
so
get to those.
traumatized.
and you're
We're
like,
gonna get to those.
what the fuck just happened?
Don't do it yet.
And then you're like,
We're
I
gonna
don't know
get
if
to
I
it.
beat this shit. I
We're
have
gonna
to
get
go
to it.
online to find out what the fuck happened because
Did
I
I
don't even
beat
know
it?
what's going on.
That's just a bad ending.
That's fine.
But and you know what?
But
We'll
we're gonna get to
We'll
it
get to it. All right.
because I'm on Street Fighter 5 now.
Oh my god.
so traumatized.
So this is about releasing a game unfinished and then charging. I was like, they said,
That's disgusting.
because they said we're not gonna
Yeah.
listen. This is what they said before Street Fighter 5 came out. They said, oh yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna release another game like a super version and like they're not gonna release that. All of it's available in game. All you gotta do is play it. You can get it.
You were worried about talking
Lie.
about
That's a lie. Yeah, it was like that was a
Because
fucking
they didn't
lie.
put it in the game.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, here's season pass year 1, season pass year 2.
Yeah, you know
when
what?
did this happen and why is this happening?
You know what's fucked up? And
Just sell me the disc again if you're gonna do that. Don't insult me by having me pay that much for a season pass every year. It's cheaper for you, first of all. 'cause
Another
they're not
season
making,
pass.
They're not making a disc.
Why do you make 2 seasons? Fucking
Yeah, like
what
that-
the
no
asshole?
one does 2 season
Dude,
passes.
They're
They
about
do
to make
one.
3.
you know what's fucked up? The fucking arcade,
Capcom.
the arcade game, the
Not even
arcade
in
mode.
it. It's not even in the game. Well, listen, they're gonna put it in the new one, which is fine. They're gonna put it in there, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not buying arcade.
And I mean, they're offering it to for free for anybody that purchases it, like me, that
Yeah.
purchases the fucking game.
Well, that's good.
But it's
At
2
least-
years late.
But
that-
2
me-
years
no, no, no,
later.
To be honest, I don't have it. You have it.
I have it.
To
yeah.
me, that's probably the most disgusting things I've ever seen.
No, no,
It's Street Fighter 5. I'm like, like here goes the beta.
Dude, that
Here's the beta. I'll release some
that-
stuff to you
full
later
price.
on.
It came
That-
out.
Full
That's
price.
fucking disgusting.
Now it's $20.
I fucking never I'm never pre-order a game ever again because of
Why?
Street
You could
Fighter
have got
5.
that Ryu costume.
I fucking that was the end of my pre-ordering.
Which-
that was it. Because I'm
which-
like, how bad? Like,
robbery.
I've
Which,
never
by the
gotten
way-
screwed.
which, by the way, was exclusive to GameStop.
What?
What was
The Ryu costume.
With the beard?
Yeah. Exclusive to GameStop if you pre-ordered it there. If I pre-ordered it from Best Buy, I get the Cammy outfit.
Yeah, that's
And
another
if I
problem.
pre-order it from Target, I get
I
like
hate
the Bison
that
outfit.
stupid
At that
That's a
point,
problem.
At that point, it's like you're assholes.
no,
I'm
fuck
not
yeah.
buying the game anymore.
I don't
I'm
like
not
that.
buying the game. You're
Buy
assholes.
from
It's
me,
just
I
as
get
bad as timed exclusive. It's just
You're
as bad as
assholes.
that. It's
But
like,
a year
why?
later, it was available for $5.
Yeah.
Each.
Just wait.
Each
Just wait.
costume.
Oh,
Just wait.
man.
I think that's the most
Time-
disgusting I've
Timed
ever seen in gaming.
exclusives, they all suck. Timed
Money
exclusives.
hungry fucking scumbag.
When a company goes, all right, we're gonna have exclusive on this and only this, like the same shit with the pre-orders. Like, oh, we're gonna give this if you pre-order from us. Like, no,
I
man,
don't like that.
fuck that shit, man.
And watch this game.
Don't
disappear.
support that, guys.
was like,
Don't
shove it up
support
my
that
ass.
shit.
They have been.
Just wait. Just be patient. Just wait.
So
Just
listen,
wait.
let me tell you why they would want to do something like this. Why loot boxes are becoming more prevalent. Why they're getting more greedy and more greedy. So
kind of obvious.
Nintendo, well, I'm saying, you know it's money, but listen, Pokemon Go came out from Nintendo, right?
Yes.
So that has bought in last.
It's
I mean,
Niantic.
yeah, it's Nintendo kept shut. So they bought in 180 million. This is like early readings too, so more than that, but 180 million dollars in profit,
Wow.
not revenue, profit,
Right.
and
Cha-ching.
yeah, and they don't even have the full share of the game. That's just Nintendo.
Yeah.
So your other company, they made more than that,
Yeah.
just off that,
Niantic.
and that's because they charge to get your Pokeballs and all that. They charge you
Pokeball.
$1 here and there and here and there. People would pay for it, no problem.
Man, the hoop of the school.
So that's a game that it was free to play,
Mm-hmm.
and they made 180 million. Free to play. So they're lying. It's not free to play, but they can make a lot of money with that.
Yep.
Super Mario Run comes out, and almost 150 million downloads between the Android and iOS version, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's more now because this was a reading before. That didn't make nearly as much because you know what they did with that game?
They gave you 3 levels for free, and then after, if you want the rest of the game, which is like 20 levels, you have to pay $10.
It was $10, which I was like, I applaud them for making it $10 and just calling it a day.
And they're calling it a day. Yeah, I was like, that
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Not
But
greedy.
way more downloads, way less money they
Way
made.
less money. Yes.
Way less money they made. So do I blame them for doing the dumb shit that they do? Because we fall for it? I don't. But people fall for it and they make 10 times,
10
20
times
times more.
Well, just to go on your example also, Fire Emblem Heroes.
But that was the next one. Fire Emblem Heroes
it
got
downloaded
1/10 of the downloads
Yes.
of Super Mario Run, but made more.
Yes.
made
Yes.
more. 1/10
Yes.
of Mario and made more money
Yes.
than Mario,
Yes.
Fire Emblem, because of the way they had the what is that card system, right?
It's a it's a free you could just play the game regularly for free and you could earn orbs. You get 5 orbs, you're able to unlock a new character, but you can pay for the orbs. You know, if you want to. Everything, all the upgrades for your castle, the more experience you get by killing people and stuff like that, you can just do that by just playing the game. But if you want extra perks, you pay for it.
That's the way to do it.
But those perks are all available in game.
That's the way to do it.
So, and
I made tons.
I do like the game. I never bought shit. I never spent
you
a
don't
dollar.
You don't need
People
to.
aren't afraid to spend them.
But there are
Yeah.
people out
Yeah.
there. There are people out there
Must
that
have it all.
well,
Yeah.
it becomes
There's
it
people with
becomes
money.
an addiction.
Yeah.
It
actually
becomes an addiction.
It does become an addiction, and actually, it's funny because I had a coworker that it's an old lady that I work with. She was complaining. She got a call from a creditor, and I'm like, "What the heck? What was that?" She was like yelling like, "Ugh." I'm like, "Show her what's going on." She's like, "Oh my goodness, my son stole my credit card." I'm like, "What? What the heck did he buy?" He's like, "Oh, he started buying all these video game stuff. I don't know what this is all about." I'm like,
It's
"Oh,
bad.
no."
That's fucked up.
I'm thinking like
bad.
he probably got like
a
some
disease.
DLCs or some
Disease.
shit or like some
He
mobile
started buying
game
some
maybe.
dollar,
Just probably got sucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like gambling. It's gambling.
If I was
Not
Gambling
everybody.
is addictive.
Not everybody
I
can
beat
handle
my kids'
that.
ass.
If I was-
I would
Gambling
beat
is
my
an-
kids' ass.
Listen,
for taking my
if you
credit
think
card.
about it, if you're that age, let's say
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know,
how old it is.
8, 9
to
years.
8.
Yeah, like 9 years old, let's say. And all of this shit's available to you now.
yeah,
The way the video games works now, you're going to blow all your money. You're gonna. It's a disease,
Dude.
Like the phone,
Even
all
a-
this stuff. It's a disease,
Dude,
like, for people
even
like that.
adults, man. Fucking gambling addiction is real. That's a
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
thing.
It's
So,
Go to
like,
AC,
the way
go to
these
Atlantic
shits-
City, go to Las Vegas, see what happens.
Listen, the way these shits are
Yeah.
set up, it's like it's gambling.
It's
It
in your
literally is
face.
gambling.
Every
It is
video
gambling.
game, mostly, the youth loves the games,
Yeah.
and it's thrown in your face during the game.
Yeah.
If you want this outfit, you
Yeah,
can
it's
throw in-
it's taunting
throw in
you.
an
well,
extra
people are
$2,
drawn to it now because it's
Yeah.
been that way for the past 10 years now.
It's fucked up.
Like people, little kids, that's been their whole life. This is not different.
That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
they've
yeah.
seen.
6-year-old,
That's all they know.
8-year-old,
That's normal.
they've
to
seen
them.
this forever. We haven't. So that $10 price range for a game, they're like, nah, hell no, I'm not paying $10 ever.
No.
And then they'll pay thousands. People pay thousands upon
Yes.
thousands upon
I
thousands
know somebody who's
insane.
in debt, 20 grand
on these
for
games.
playing Clash of Clans.
Yeah,
Free to fucking play a game.
thousands.
Because
But
he
they
was
won't
ahead of
spend
his clan,
$10.
and he was like, "Yeah, he's like, yo, I feel so."
20,000.
Yeah, he's
But
in
$10
debt.
is out of
He's
this
picking
world.
up all the overtime.
Yeah, $10. $10 is
hell
too
no.
much money.
$10, hell no.
The dude's picking up overtime shifts like crazy, like feeding for overtime. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You're working so much, man.
Clash of Clans is making them work
He's
overtime.
like,
This is
yo,
crazy.
but he was embarrassed about it though. He told me, he's like, I tell
You said,
I feel like,
Crash, that's taking over my life.
I mean,
No,
wouldn't
a lot
you?
of
Wouldn't you?
That's
with that shit?
insane.
I
A
would
lot
be
of
like,
these people, though, like they are. A lot of them don't like their real lives, and
It's an
they
addiction.
they escape in these online worlds where you are somebody in the community.
It's
and
funny.
It's like an alternate reality.
It's funny you said that because that's one thing that he told me. He
I'm the
said,
shit in this
He
world.
said that
like,
he was the head of the clan. Like he's like, people were relying on me from all over the world. Like he's like, I got people in London that play the game that were like relying on me and shit.
Tell him to
And he's like,
send
I
him
needed
some
to
money.
level up. It was like a fucking.
He's like,
I was
I
like,
gotta keep
I was-
keep my appearance. I
Yeah.
have to keep
Yeah.
keep my place.
I was like, yo, it's a fucking. He's like, I know it's fucking retarded. I know it's retarded. And I'm like, you're a smart guy. How the fuck did? He's like, I don't
He's
know.
like, I'm the smartest. I'm the smartest in the game.
I was like, damn, man, that shit just
You get
over,
to
it took over.
I
man.
couldn't
It
let
took
my
over.
people down, and it
you
cost
get-
a lot of money.
You get into an argument with him, you're like, do you know what clan I'm in? Like, what are you talking about, dude? You fucking clean the fucking toilets.
Yeah, man.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it.
When I log on tonight, I'm gonna be the
Yeah,
I'll show you.
man.
I'll show you who I really am.
It's crazy though, man. But it really is an addiction, man.
Watch me on Twitch.
That's,
See who I
that's
really am.
regretful. That's really that's a
Why do you
downer,
think
man.
World of Warcraft and
corporations-
stuff has been around for so long? Man? It's
Yeah.
taken over lives.
Oh.
So a few games recently who have taken this to another level, which is the reason why this is the talk of the town right now.
Few.
A few. NBA
There's
2K18.
more.
NBA 2K18 just came out a while ago, but
EA.
just to
No,
up-
stop playing. No,
no,
it's
that's
not.
not.
I'm not
that's
saying.
not.
I just wanted to throw a
But
shot at them. I just want to throw a
Just
shot.
we're gonna get to them. Kev always jumps ahead.
I know.
So, just to upgrade your player stats, you need tons of in-game currency. So, in order to get that currency, you can either use your real money or you can play hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours.
Infinite.
Wow.
Hours.
Yes. So
Wow.
the reason why this is wrong
Yeah.
is because they give you so little for your accomplishments in the game
Yes.
versus how much it costs to get these perks that you will have to spend money because it's not fun. Imagine in a role play if you get 1 point for every fight you're in and you need thousands.
Shadows of War.
Just
Maybe
the
something.
You need thousands. No, I'm saying in a Final
Shadows of War.
Fantasy or something.
Yeah.
8,000 things you need to gain this. You
That's
get 1
greedy,
point
and that's
per
when it
fight.
gets bullshit.
How is that fun, right? How are you going to build up 8,000 and have it be fun, right? And then they say $20 gets you like 10,000 points.
You know what's fucked up?
Oh, yeah, okay, I was just throwing a 20 instead of wasting 3 months to get this. That's what's crazy about it. They made it impossible.
You know what's stupid?
Easy.
What's worse
Very.
than that is when they reward you money, but that money that you have is useless in the game. Shadows of War. Thank you, Shadows of War. I have like 50 billion fucking
All right.
dollars in coins
You
and
can't
shit,
buy
and
anything.
So we're
you
up to
can't buy a
shadows.
goddamn
We're up to
thing.
shadows.
oh, thank God.
So-
I've been waiting to talk.
Feel
About it.
free.
I was like, I've been waiting to
Feel
talk
free
about
to
it.
unload about Shadows
God
of War
damn.
and what they've done with that game.
No, that's it. That's all I have to say. No, no.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. It's like, I
Okay,
can't
so
wait.
the next
I
game.
can't wait. No,
No, forget it.
God.
Forget Shadows of War.
no, but that's actually one of the things because Mikey B, he just beat it today. He didn't know he beat it. He had to ask me. He had to ask me what happened. He's like, yeah, I got a cutscene with something that happened, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that sounds like you beat the story, man. You got the ending. That was it.
I didn't know I
He's
beat
like-
Gears of War 4.
He was like, really?
You beat Gears
He's
of
like,
War
that
4.
was it. I'm like, exactly. That's exactly it. And then they give you 10 fucking other this other things where you have to defend your shit. I'm like, I had no motivation to even do that shit. I'm like,
So was it kind of like
this was the ending. They give you the
spoiler
bad
for
ending,
Castlevania
and then
Symphony of the Night, but you should know by now. Hey, the door,
Why
is
does
that-
someone always ring the bell during a podcast?
It's time. The podcast is over, so, guys.
yeah, right. All right, guys, that's all we got for you now.
Don't worry about that. Let the other people get the door. So, so it's like in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So say that you beat the first part, and spoiler if you didn't play, but it's been a long time. It flips. So say that all right, I beat the game, but in order to play the Flip Castle, you got to pay $40.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Not that. All right. The Shadow of War. It's not
But it's
quite like that.
It's a
not-
fuck you though.
It's not that
Like
direct.
Yeah.
It's a fuck you once you realize that that's not the real ending, and that you actually got the ending, and that was it. It's lackluster. It's like watching a bad ending to a movie. Like you're like, what the fuck?
I've seen a couple of those.
So what happens is that the
That's
whole game
garbage.
taunts you. The shop is always shown. Every time you pause the screen, every time you go to your menus, the store is highlighted in the
Can I
bottom.
interest you in this?
Yes, constantly. It's like in your face, like boop, boop, boop. And when you look at that, it's loot crate stuff. It's like stupid loot crate shit. Like they give you missions, whatever, to train your fucking captains and all, like shit that helps you in the game
Okay.
to help you beat the game faster.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that shit.
So it gives
man.
you
know what I mean?
incentive to change
It gives you
your
to
game.
make you more powerful,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So it's
You
not
know?
just it's a different
Yeah.
color for your cloak.
So what it is after you get the shitty ending, which everybody will get, and you realize that you're gonna look at that market and you're gonna see the 10 fucking, and these are 10 long fucking things because it's a series of things that you have to do, and you have to defeat like a lot of people, and if you're not even at the end when you beat the game and you're leveled up, everybody around you is leveled up even more than you, just enough to keep you grinding. So you're never going to be stronger than them unless you pay money. So I was like, you know what? That just I had such a bad taste in my mouth.
It's such a good game too.
It was a great game. That's the thing about it. That's
This
the
is how they're
paradox. It's
ruining
like
the games.
it's
That's
like
horrible.
Yeah,
man.
I didn't see
So
the
you know what
first.
they should do?
The first one I had motivation to beat it. I
Yeah.
actually beat it 100%. I went back and I liked it
Because it
so
was a
much.
game.
Exactly, and they didn't do that.
It wasn't a money
Then they
grab.
added that element to it, and it spoiled it,
It
man.
cheapened
I had no motivation to play. I was like, you know what? I got other games I got to play.
And
right
a lot
now.
of reviews
I
said
don't
that too about that. They're like,
you
you know,
know?
it's a great game,
It's a
but the
great game, though.
microtransactions, the way they do that, I'm like,
Killed it.
you know,
Another game that
Oh.
they did with that was Need for Speed Payback. So they said upgrades
Oh, God, yeah.
too expensive, and you need loot boxes in order to pace the game correctly.
That's-
That's when it
That's
ruins your
Yo,
game.
I saw a live stream of that.
Pay
shit.
us to give you a pay us to have
It's
a
a
great
good- and they
experience
said-
with our bullshit games.
They said
Come
that
on.
the game is good.
Uh-huh.
It's that's crippling it
Yes.
to make it unfun.
Yeah, it's like
So
taking-
they need to take it away.
It's taking
on
the
an
heart.
update. This is why updates could be good right now because they need to take it off
mhm.
Yeah.
and let you play the game.
It's taking the
Not
heart.
just that's it.
Like
it's
out of
already
good games,
fun.
it's taking the
It's
heart
a fun
out of
game,
good
and they
games.
say, "What can we do to make this unfun so people can pay more money to make it fun again?"
yeah.
Star
terrible.
Wars Battlefront.
Because if
So
you think about
next-
it, games
I know
are
it's-
turning
I
into
know it's coming next. I saw the
it's,
segue.
it's turning into you're spending $65 for a game, and then with
Hundreds.
All,
You're paying
yeah,
$150
for the
now.
original game, and then it's like it's gonna come out to $150 per game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
much.
like
After all the shit that they put
So-
in,
Yep.
it's gonna be $150.
What
Plus,
they should do for games like this, free game, pay $60, you get the whole game.
Yeah.
If they want to do it that way, because that's
Yeah.
how freemium games work that
Yes.
way. If you spend about $60, you'll get the full game,
yeah.
the way it's supposed to be played.
Mhm.
If you want to do it that way and you want to see me, I'll look at it different. Fine. A free game I could download, play it here and there, whatever. You're making it unfun. Okay, let me pay $60. I'll unlock the whole shit. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
If that's how you want to look at
That's
it,
then do it
that's
that way.
Fine.
You know what though?
that's a full game.
There's a character in Shadow of War, mad ill character, side character though that you never control, you never play. I'm gonna bet that they're gonna do a
Maybe DLC.
DLC,
Just
right?
$20.
I'm not paying that shit, and I'm not gonna play it. I refuse.
$25.
I
They
refuse to
used to
play
be able
because
to
I
make
know
another
that they're
game
gonna-
with that character.
Yeah.
And just charge you for that. But
Well,
a
you
full
know
game.
what? Story wise, I think they could do that.
That's what they used to
I
do.
think they should do that,
That's what they used to do.
but I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna ruin it,
Like
and I'm not gonna
Darksiders,
fucking buy into it.
They'd have a new character. You
Right.
don't have to pay for this extra guy. Just to play in the other game. Just make a new game with
Do
him.
you have do you have wrestling on your list?
No. You
right.
can talk about
That's
that
good.
one.
It's just a little quick tidbit.
Yeah,
just a little
go
quick
ahead.
Just
tidbit.
how they play you.
Basically, the wrestling game is obviously $65 like everything else.
How much was the season pass?
Season pass, 20,
Like
30,
25?
30 bucks.
30
Let's say 30 bucks.
Okay.
Season pass. That includes 3 DLC packs, which
So you're already hitting $90.
yeah. So that's you get
Because it's $60 for the game.
you get 4 to 5 characters in each DLC pack, a moves pack, and you also which is like 30 new moves, and you also get what is it? An accelerator which you can unlock. You can customize each superstar. You know, mess with their attributes so they're not so powerful or not so weak. And you
Yeah.
can- so that's $30.
Okay.
So-
Should be 15.
So they have when the game was released, there was called the John Cena pack, which is $150. You get John Cena when he was starting up, John Cena when he was another younger John Cena.
How can you even pick them when you can't even see?
Yeah. Terrible. A Batista, a RVD, and a bunch of signed John Cena stuff.
Okay.
And I think it's end the season pass. So if you don't want to get that, like me, and you get the game.
You thought you can get the characters with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
season
And
pass.
they said RVD, Batista, and those John Cenas will be available. Don't worry about it. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. You don't have to.
Not a problem.
So I went online. I'm like, oh, they're available. The pack is $8. I'm like, so what's
And
the
you
point
bought
of
the season pass.
Yeah, I bought the season pass for the DLCs with all the characters and all the things. But you're charging me $8 for the RVD for the 4 fucking characters that should have been in the goddamn game.
Greedy.
I'm like, you.
No, that's
fucking
fucked up.
Assholes.
That's fucked up.
Like,
That's why I don't like season passes because it's like
They don't
you
even
know what?
give you the season.
It's not the
That's-
season.
You're
Imagine
better
if your
off.
favorite
That's
show came out
fucked
for
up.
a
Isn't it?
season, but you had to rent some new shit to see
Yeah.
the rest of the
It's
episodes.
such-
You're,
like-
you're
yeah,
better
exactly.
off
Shit.
just waiting
It's
and just
such
wait for it to come down in price.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. So
You're
hold on.
better.
Yeah, because I paid for the season pass. I was like, all right, here goes the money for that. And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
for RVD's the main person I wanted to get.
And we don't get him?
We don't get him
No,
until
it's
we spend
$8.
$8 for him, Batista, and it's two stupid John Cenas.
Then what the fuck do we pay $35 for?
So basically, no, you pay $35 for the 3 other
the
DLC
attributes.
packs, which is like 15 to 20 other wrestlers that are coming.
We got
But
Mr.
the-
Perfect, though, right?
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm not,
you
even,
listening?
I'm not even talking to you. Anymore.
Are you on the same podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
As
know
long as we got
anymore.
Mr. Perfect, that's all
Who's
right.
Mr. Pause?
You need,
As long as we got Mr. Pause.
Kevin, you need a 5-minute timeout.
Jesus.
5 minutes
Yeah,
timeout.
As long as
5
we got
minutes.
Mr. Perfect, it's okay.
Your time.
man.
Your
5
time's
minutes
out.
of silence.
But yeah, no. Each DLC pack has 5 superstars.
The fact is they're
Each.
ripping you off.
Yeah, I feel ripped
yeah,
off.
like-
I
No,
feel
that's
ripped
not
off.
cool.
The
man.
RVD, like the funny thing is, John Cena, the 2 things, that's one person's. That should be 2 different attires in the fucking game.
Yep.
So that doesn't even count.
Jeez.
So you're getting charged $8 for 2 people if you think about it, and that's such a. Fucking,
Nah, you're paying for thugonomics.
I was like, yo, because thing is, I'm like,
garbage.
yeah, I'll pay for everything. And I'm like,
Basic.
I'm so mad, right? I can't do
You
it
know
right
what
now.
the-
I'm
you
just
know what
so
pisses-
pissed that they fucking did that.
What pisses me off is the argument that people use. But it costs so much to make the game.
Fuck you.
It's so expensive
Fuck
to make the
you.
game.
They're
You know
just
what?
hurting. They're
That's-
hurting their
fuck
fan
that.
bases.
Yeah,
and they're
it's
making
like-
people not want to purchase games
That's-
when they first come
That's
out.
not how.
If you want to wait a month, it drops like $30 already.
I'm sorry.
Like for the holidays, these games are
Yeah.
dropping hard.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you just bought that. You just bought
Yeah.
WWE for $60, right?
Watch that shit
Season
goes
pass
down.
$30. It's $30 this week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Black
$30
Friday sale.
for the game. And it just came out. We
Yep.
That's
barely
crazy.
played it, and it's
Mhm.
$30
Yeah.
already.
Already.
That's
already.
crazy.
So we played it like twice. It's
$65
$30
Yeah,
already.
about
$30.
Yeah.
What
so
the fuck?
all the new games have dropped dramatically.
Yeah.
So all these games, just give them a month, and they're gonna drop in price.
Exactly. Patience.
And then you can pay all that extra that they want you to, and then it'll be less complaints.
Or just wait for them to come out on another platform as
Or
the
year one.
complete
How about that
edition.
year game of the year editions?
Wait for the
Yeah.
complete
That's it.
edition, and you get all the DLC for
Yeah.
the same price as what
So,
the
yeah.
game
You have
is
to
when
wait
it
a
first
year,
comes
though.
out. But you have to wait a year.
You have to wait a
Yeah.
year.
Or they'll come out with a remaster after that.
So what brought this to the forefront basically was the Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh God.
So that pretty much put this whole thing to a stop.
Oh man, yeah.
So this is what happened.
That's like the main one,
The
right?
power of
Yes.
the people.
That's
The
what-
power
yes.
of the people.
This is the main thing. This is the ultimate. Who gives a damn? EA. This
Scumbags.
This took their
Scumbags.
stock. This took their stock down.
Good for them.
Power of the people. That's why.
So they
Right,
said
scumbags.
the intent of this game, the intent of this downloadable content is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. And there was more to it, but that was the basis. And that was the most downvoted post in Reddit history.
Reddit was on fire, man. That shit was crazy.
Most ever.
You're gonna read the breakdown?
So what? It was 40. It was 40 hours to unlock a main guy like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Like this is a Star Wars game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
40
40
hours.
hours.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
have
lot.
to play,
You have to play
at
for
least
40 hours.
At least 40 hours to unlock.
Just unlock
Luke
And
it.
that's he's just one person,
But
right?
Vader's
One person.
But Vader's the one everybody wants, man.
That's the same thing. Another 40 hours.
Everybody-
Another.
Wait. So it would
Another?
be 80 hours for Darth Vader.
Well,
No,
no.
So
either
80
or.
hours for Skywalker
To
and
unlock.
Darth Vader.
Just to pick one.
40 hours a character.
Yeah.
But you get to pick one.
Yeah.
You gotta
Because they
pick
said
one,
this
though.
is how
You gotta
people
pick
play
one.
the game.
Per character.
We think they're going to get these and they're going to award them after 40 hours.
40 per.
40
yeah.
per.
So listen, and you can't even, you know how they give you points for passing a mission or something like that?
Yeah.
They time it out.
Right.
Like a portable game,
Oh yeah,
like a mobile game.
You had to wait 15.
Because you know when you play
3
something,
hours.
you have like 5 lives. If you die, you can't come back in
3
until,
hours.
Like 3
Yeah,
hours.
it's like 3 hours. or
3
something.
hours.
So you have to wait 3 hours to get more points for passing missions.
That's a fucking mobile.
Oh my
You know what?
fucking God.
Oh!
That's a mobile
Yo,
game.
That's like Tinder.
That's
What
a
the
mobile game.
fuck?
When you send too many likes,
Stop you.
you gotta stop and wait another day before you can send more likes.
Yeah.
That shit is Tinder.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
a mobile. That's
Oh
a
my
mobile
God.
fucking app.
Oh
So
my
they
God.
strategy, man.
added it to this game, and I
EA
thought
are scumbags.
Oh my
scumbags.
You know what's fucked up?
Oh my
There was-
god.
I hope they go out of business. They're fucking
There's a
scumbags.
lot. What's really funny before you continue, I was gonna say that I saw like there's a lot of live streams of people playing this shit,
and it stops them.
and they stopped,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Get the fuck!" They're all going. They're all going crazy. They're like,
Why
3
would you-
hours. I gotta stop my live stream. I can't do shit for 3 hours.
For
Like,
Yeah.
3 hours,
Not
I
worth
can't
it.
earn
I mean, you
any more
can play
points
the
for 3
game.
hours.
You can play the
is-
game, but
you
you
just
don't get any
can't-
points.
That's bullshit.
That's-
For 3
that
hours.
is so
That's
greedy.
top of. That's worse than
Dude.
Street
That
Fighter.
is
That's worse than
greedy.
Street Fighter, and Street Fighter is disgusting.
no, it is worse.
That is greedy. Who
But the thing is,
fuck
but the
does
thing is
that?
with Street Fighter is like it's a known name. Street Fighter 2. It's a very everyone
Disney.
know. Yeah, it's a
Disney's behind this. Like EA.
They
God.
said DA.
You know what-
DA.
DA.
Disney made them stop.
So listen, I'm gonna get to
they
it.
came up to
How
that.
much
So-
money do you need?
So Star Wars Battlefront 2 actually looked great. It looked great. I was
Yeah.
like, hey,
I was
I'll play the
listening.
one player. One
It
player
does
is 4 hours.
That-
They said we listen to our fan base. They said we want a one player campaign, right? Because the first one didn't have a campaign.
yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna play that. It doesn't have a campaign.
Yo,
So we'll play this. Fine, 4 hours. I'm not even mad at 4 hours, but still,
I am.
to say we listen to our
In
people
one sitting.
and let's do that. We make it 4 hours, and then you got to go back to your online game. So, and after they do all of this, just to get money. So they said, no, you can unlock Luke Skywalker. You can unlock Darth Vader. You don't have to play 80 hours to do that. You just pay $20. You pay $20, like another $40.
my
Not a problem.
God.
You can do that today. You want to be Luke Skywalker? You got to pay that.
Well, they really got it though, because EA fucking lost money in
So-
their stock, man. The stock
Yeah,
went
they
down.
lost everything.
The stock
So,
went down. 'cause
game
people
hasn't been
they
selling.
lost faith.
Game hasn't been selling, so
Yeah.
this is what they do. Right after that happened, right after all this happened, they said,
Yeah.
no more loot crates. We'll stop all in-game purchasing. Stop it right now. Let's stop it.
Right.
It's going to come back, but we're going to decide what to do.
Disgusting.
Because you know what they did first? They halved it, right? They said, okay, you don't have to. They halved the price of the characters, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, at least they're listening to us, kind of. You think it would be like 20 hours, right?
Right.
No.
No, what was it? What?
Because they half the amount of points that you get for each thing. So you know how long it takes to get them?
Oh my God.
40 hours.
Yeah, someone
son.
should like lose their job. It's fucking terrible, man.
So
They half
cut-
the price and they.
So they didn't help out anything. So they cut all of it, right? So now there's no downloadable anything in there. You can't pay for anything right now.
Do you know why though? They banked on the Star Wars fans, because Star Wars is the biggest franchise that there is.
Listen,
But
if
they
you're gonna
banked
do
on
this
that. There
with that
were-
amount of money. Like I said,
Dude.
release it free.
Exactly.
Give them a movie ticket.
Yeah,
Who
give it
cares?
to 'em for
Do
free.
whatever. You buy the game, you get a free movie ticket. Like, it's free.
Free to try.
And then you pay all this money to play.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they want to do it. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't
Nah,
give them a dime.
they want to charge you $65 for the game,
It's full
And
price.
then-
and then
Nickel and dime
and then
you.
nickel and dime you on
But
top
they're
of that.
not charging you to play the characters. You just got to
I-
put in that time.
So it's
You
I-
got to grind.
I just can't.
40 hours. That's
So-
a RPG, man. That's like, come
No,
on.
that's fucked up.
So
It's
this is what
such
happened on a 4-hour
action game.
On a 4-hour game.
Imagine-
a 4-hour fucking like I.
how much do you want to play online?
That's the thing online. It's like it's so repetitive. It's like how much you're gonna go crazy if you play that shit over and
Imagine-
over.
They can do it in 4 days.
Oh.
There's somebody out there who'll do it in 4
Imagine-
days.
Yeah, and they go insane.
Imagine playing a Tales of game, right? Beating that game just to unlock the character you wish you could play as in
No,
your party.
no.
Like,
I'd be done.
that's-
No, I would stop
listen,
playing. I would
like,
stop
that's-
playing.
that's-
You gotta
Instantly
like
stop
that
playing.
character
Why
a lot,
couldn't they-
but still,
Stop
even
playing.
still, it's not worth it.
Why couldn't they just do this? Beat the one-player campaign. They unlock Luke Skywalker. Woo! That's
Right.
all.
Right.
And then beat it again. They unlock Darth Vader. Yay!
Yeah, the
On,
more
on
time-
hard.
Yeah.
Hard
It's-
difficulty or,
Right.
or
It's
extreme.
a 4-hour game.
Like,
Give them some incentive to play it over. Do something.
Dude.
Give-
It's-
reward
no,
people for their time.
dude, it's
Oh,
beyond.
they
It's like,
did.
that's what it is.
They are
Reward
rewarding
them.
you for your time.
They're fucking
So much time.
all your time.
They think people are gonna play this for years to come.
You want to see lightsabers?
unlock-
Put in 40.
to
Hey,
unlock
if you want to see
everything.
a different
40
color
hours.
lightsaber, they might as well charge you another $10.
Give me 40
Yo,
hours.
if that happened, if they charge
will.
for a color lightsaber, I'm gonna go to where that company is.
It's
and
gonna
let's
be
just blow up the
full-time-
building.
That's
It's
a
gonna be
full-time
in-
job.
It's gonna be in a loot crate.
Yes.
It's gonna be in
no,
there.
it will. It'll be in a loot crate.
Dude, that's a full-time
Well,
job,
what
40
am I gonna
hours,
get?
man.
You get the yellow lightsaber
Yay!
It's like
for $20.
you work a shift.
You work 40 hours a week, man. You don't fucking play a game for 40
That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers got jobs.
It's a full-time job
Man.
playing this shit.
if you're a full-time streamer,
God.
that is your job.
But it'll take you a week to
Which
fucking
one?
do that
Exactly.
shit.
We're thinking of the
Exactly.
streamers. All right, they get a free
Dude.
character for putting in their time.
But then if they, what was it, the money? Shit, that's 3 hours.
Yo,
3
you know
hours
what?
ago,
Also, I don't know if it's on the list. Fire Emblem Warriors has a DLC that kind of bothers me. Also,
Uh-oh.
right?
Uh-oh.
It bothers me.
Mm.
There's a season pass. Season pass is what? $20. $20 for the
Something
season
like
pass.
that. Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, $20 for a season pass. You get 3 DLC packs that have
Okay.
like
One,
three
two,
characters, 3 characters each,
Okay.
and each pack by itself, if you don't want the season pass, is $8.99 each
Mm.
for the 3 characters each, and the throw-in. This is, I think, not even the price didn't even bother me. Fuck the price.
Right.
What bothered me was they threw in Lucina in a wedding dress as
Nice.
a costume.
Nice.
Why do you need that?
Like that was the main thing.
And that
in
was
the
that was
advertisement.
that was
main
the
thing.
selling point. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is the close.
You get
This will
Lucina.
close the sale right here.
Lucina in a wedding dress. Are you fucking?
That's the closer. That's what's gonna
me.
close the sale. If you're on the fence, you don't know if you want to buy it. Yo, we got Lucina.
Got Lucina.
In a wedding
Wedding
dress.
In a wedding dress.
Holy shit!
Not black,
Give me that shit. I
Not
want
the
it now.
Black Knight from Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn or Path of Radiance. Not Micaiah or Soth from Radiant Dawn.
Oh,
Lucina
man.
in a wedding dress.
Does the wedding dress get bloody?
Damn.
I was like,
Imagine.
Oh man.
That's who he married. Hey.
Damn, man.
I was like, I have no comment for anybody because I always will give Nintendo credit for shit all the time.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm like, I can't defend them. This is crazy.
So
It's crazy.
Just to get into what they've done today, which is going to be later, but we're live right now.
Yeah.
So today, the Belgium gambling.
Waffle.
Cap-
Damn it,
Sorry,
man!
I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God.
I couldn't help it. He said
couldn't
Belgium
resist.
like the waffle.
He couldn't resist. He had to.
Jesus.
The Belgium Gambling Commission and the state representatives of Hawaii have determined or have brought up that this could be gambling. Because at first they brought it up and said
Could
no.
be.
No, at
Yeah,
first, no, listen. At first they came up last week or so and they said this isn't gambling. It's been determined that it's not gambling. So they're bringing it back up and bringing it back to the council that this could be gambling, and we're looking into how to not make it gambling.
How's it not
Because
gambling?
That's
Because
definitively
basically-
gambling.
Basically, you're
It's-
stealing kids' money. And it's mixing, they said basically mixing money and addiction is gambling. So this is mixing money and addiction.
And Luke
Listen,
crates, you don't really
listen.
know what you're getting.
This
That's
is
gambling.
A little
That's gambling.
history for you guys, man. Did you know that pinball was illegal
Used
in
to
the
be.
U.S.? It
Used
used
to
to be illegal.
Wow.
Used to be illegal in the 70s.
Because they didn't have any freaking,
In the 70s,
they didn't have any paddles.
Well, the reason why.
one paddle.
Do you know why it was illegal?
Why?
Because it was considered gambling. It was a game of chance.
Mhm.
So what they did was they changed the game. It wasn't with the flippers.
Yeah.
They added flippers to it, and now it wasn't a game of chance. It was a game of skill.
And it's a much better game with the flippers.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. So that's what they did. They reinvented it. That's what they need to do here. This is
They're
clearly
gonna.
gambling.
No,
They're going to
this is
reinvent
clearly
it.
gambling.
This is basically what it is. The industry, it's like, oh, we can get away with this. We can get away with that. Oh, we can get
Yeah.
away a little bit. And
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just
No,
keep
there's no-
pushing.
They
They're
keep
pushing.
the
because there's
They're
no-
pushing to the point of where
Yeah.
they're taking classic, awesome games
Yeah.
and ruining it for
Yeah.
It's
everybody.
changing the
And
experience.
well,
Yeah.
the problem is that there's
Nobody
no regulation for
Yeah,
it. So
nobody
now
wants to buy these games. Like
they're
like,
forcing.
like the OGs of gaming, like ourselves. Like we've been around
Yeah.
playing games for a long time. We don't want anything to do with it. It kills the experience for us.
Yeah.
Like
Some people are like, bring it on. I want to,
Well,
because they're addicted
and
to
those-
doing
yeah,
it.
those people
it's
are
the youth.
addicted to the
youth,
game.
the small-minded, the youth. Their brain isn't developed that much yet. But like
Right.
older, gaming fans,
Yeah.
they're playing these games. Like I gotta spend how much? I work so much. I have a job. I have a house. I have a
Yeah.
fucking car.
When you
I'm
do it,
married.
listen.
I have kids, and I gotta
Listen.
spend how much?
Listen, what they're going to
Fuck
have to
you.
do, listen, the addictiveness of gaming, they can keep. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't take money out of people's pockets doing it. That's what they're going to have to change. Like, loot crates aren't going to disappear. They're still going
Right.
to be in there, but you're not going to get $2 out of me.
Right.
Like, for each time. No, that's not happening. I'll play a game, give me a mystery box, boom, maybe it's cool. I'll play again. Maybe it's cool. I'll play again. Maybe it's cool. I'm not going to pay you for that experience. I'll play your game for that experience. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to
And
be.
that's
free.
not gambling, because I'm not losing anything but time.
Right.
How much time is gaming taking from all of us? But for real.
Check out our channel.
I can live another lifetime.
Yeah, 2
boy.
lifetimes with the fucking gaming.
No, but it
But
goes into the
we don't gamble when
philosophy.
you go into the movies.
Yeah, it's just like
I see the movie that I paid for.
you get what you pay
Could
for.
you imagine if you paid for the movie? If
And
you
it
want to
says-
see
You can-
where Wonder Woman went when she
something
left
else.
that scene,
And My Little Pony comes
pay an
up
extra
on the screen.
$5. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
How would that be?
If they
my
can
God.
get
Yeah,
away with
you see
it,
the shit like rolling.
They
would
would.
do it.
They would do it.
You'll see the titles roll. Like, oh shit, come on, please. Come
If
on,
you'd
Wonder
like to
Woman.
see
Wonder
the-
Woman.
Credits.
if you like to see the after credits,
Do you want to see after credits and what
$2.
happens?
Oh,
$2.
shit. You had to put
that
a
would
coin.
fucking suck.
They would do it.
Well, what you were saying, Jay, what I was reading an article. I think this is EA, but somebody who was a representative of EA was saying this. What they're trying to get games to do, they're trying to turn them into like a service,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an ongoing service where
Yeah.
you pay a subscription.
because it's a lot of
you
money
know?
involved.
And they're thinking of doing that with sports games. Like,
Yeah.
instead of
Why
coming out
update
with a
them
new
every year?
game, just update the roster.
All right, this is
You know?
what makes sense. This is what, like for wrestling games, don't come
That
out with
makes sense.
2K19 or whatever. Update it. That's fine.
No,
Hey,
that
you want
makes
to pay an
sense.
extra whatever for
when the
for
graphics have
a-
gotten to this point,
Yeah.
you don't have to come out with a new
No,
title
you just
every year.
you rehash
That's
the whole
true.
shit. Updated
Yeah.
rosters, whatever. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Now that makes sense.
That's fine. Not you want 2 characters for like $8? Fuck you.
yeah.
As long as they don't charge you $10 a month
Yeah, it's
for your
like,
game,
Wow,
because
yeah.
if they're
Seriously.
doing something like that, that's awful.
like Smash Bros, for example. They have reached the point of where you don't have to redo it.
It should be.
Add characters,
Listen.
add stages, add modes, and we'll pay.
It should be
That's
something
fine.
like
Just update it. Keep updating
$40
It
a
should be the-
year,
Yeah.
tops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tops.
I was,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that it should be something like $40 a
not
year.
60.
Yeah.
No.
Not like the
Yeah.
original
No,
that
no,
we
no.
paid.
If I
If you
pay
wanna-
for the real original thing and I have it, and
has
all I
to
got
be
to
a-
do is upgrade it,
Mm-hmm.
don't
got
charge me full
four-
price
four-
ever
you
again.
Yeah,
Charge
exactly.
me. Charge me for the upgrade.
Yeah.
Charge
If
me-
I
don't charge
choose
me
to
for the
buy it
admission.
new,
Yep.
if I choose to buy the real copy that you bought out that year,
Right.
fine, charge me
60,
whatever.
yeah. But
But
if
if I
it's the
have it
original,
already and
yeah.
I'm your loyal fan and
40.
I'm paying you,
Or-
fine. If
Yeah.
you want to do it that way,
Or make it free to play and then add the features that you want.
but they're gonna add $1,000
charge.
of features.
But they, oh no,
That's the
well,
problem.
You're gonna get raped.
That's the
with,
problem.
you're gonna
they
get
gotta
raped.
price
If
it.
it's-
They
if
have
you
to
get-
price
If
it
it's worth
accordingly.
having,
If you get the free version, you're
They got-
probably gonna get fucked because they're just gonna
Well,
be like,
you're
you want
always
this,
gonna get
you want
fucked.
this, you want this, you want this, you want
You're
this.
always gonna
You're
get
always
fucked.
fucked.
Yeah.
But it's a
It's
better
like-
business model for them.
Yeah.
That's
for
why I have
for
one character.
the consumer.
That's why I have one character in my Killer Instinct. One guy.
By the way, yes. You know what? I played that shit for the first time because I actually just got.
The whole
I bought,
game is one character.
Yeah, because you got to
I-
pay extra to get the other guy.
I bought Jay's Xbox One, right? Because he got the
shit.
Xbox One X, so I got the original Xbox One. So we have the same library. We are my Xbox
It's still
360
connected
games.
to that.
It's all connected to the same shit. So we share the same library. So I was like, oh shit, you know what? I always wanted to play this.
Hope you
Let
like
me-
Jago.
Let me play Killer Instinct.
That's my main guy.
Let me play Killer Instinct. What the fuck is this? One character,
Who you gonna pick today?
the same fucking character, same stage.
Yep.
Horrible, man.
Yep.
wow.
It's
I
But
was
you
like
get to play
this-
the whole game.
it's crazy.
I was like,
That's what a freemium game is.
That shit
That's
is
why
horrible.
it's not good to
Criminal.
start that way.
No, it's not good.
That's why it's not good to start that way.
I don't like
I'll
it.
pay. Listen, charge
Yeah,
me full price if you want to do like I know. I just killed Capcom for charging me for season passes.
Yeah,
but that's because the game still isn't done after 2 years.
it's not done.
It's not done after 2 years.
Yeah.
Add stuff. Don't add the game.
No, they're
2
finally,
years later.
They're finally making the game
Here's
that,
our business.
that we were expecting 2 years ago.
Here's our business model. Let's release half the game and charge them for the other half.
All I wanted them to do was to take that
asshole.
one round and change it to 2 rounds. Not remaster the whole game,
Man.
not do anything but add another round like every other fighting game
And-
ever.
and make a fucking longer story,
I
man.
didn't even care about the
There
story.
was like 3 matches.
Have me raise
one
up a
story.
trophy. Have me raise a trophy at the end. I don't
There's
care.
shitty story
Just give me
missions.
2
Did
rounds.
you ever see the time limit on how long it takes to unlock every character in the shit in the story mode to play everybody?
No, half an hour.
28 minutes.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
28 minutes. You could beat the whole fucking.
Because
you
they
could
got
unlock
one
all the
round
characters.
each. One round they kill somebody. That's it.
You get one
It's
round and
stupid.
like 3 fights. You fight like
And
2,
that's it.
and that's where the big characters like Ryu has a fucking 3 guys you fight. Ken has 3 guys. Everyone else has like 2.
That's a fake game.
That's not,
Horrible.
It's not a game.
Dude,
It's
it's
not
rushed.
A game.
It was rushed, and the storyline is
But listen,
god awful.
the thing is, you can put those story modes in. Just put them in
invitation.
as 3 fights during my fight of everyone in the game. When did we stop fighting everyone in the game?
Dude,
I don't care about the story. Let me fight everyone in the
No,
game.
man.
Look
Arcade
at,
mode.
look at Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Let's look at Street Fighter
8
2.
characters.
If it's anything less than Street Fighter 2,
8 characters.
you're an asshole.
But when I play the game,
actually, Street Fighter 3 even
I
had
fight-
a good
Yeah, Street
fucking
Fighter 3.
roster too.
fight
but
everybody, fight
when
the
I
last
fight-
boss, over.
when
Yeah.
I fight the
Easy.
characters, there's 16 characters tops maybe in Street Fighter 2. I fight all of them every time I play, and they're 2 rounds each, and then I get an ending.
Yeah.
Why break that?
That's the easiest
Why
formula.
give me
It's the
3?
easiest
You
one.
think
It's the
when
easiest
did you
formula.
when did you think
know what?
when did you think that me fighting 3 characters for 1 round would suffice?
You know what though?
When would that make someone happy? And that's not rewarding.
The final, the knife in the
not-
back, the knife
even
in the
a hard
the knife
game.
in the
Nope.
back to all the fucking fans is that they're the ones that fucking
They made it.
They made the arcade mode.
They made it.
They invented that shit. They set the standard for all fighting games. Every fucking
Street
fighting
Fighter 2
game
is the-
that you can
easily
think of.
The biggest Street Fighter.
Street Fighter is the one that
fighting game all
invented
time.
that.
That's the granddaddy.
The
Yeah.
arcade
all
mode.
time.
You know what happened? Granddad died. That's not the
The
same
OG.
guy.
The OG said
He's gone.
he's
Did
gone.
you see his face when he
He's
said
like,
that? He said,
"Granddad died."
"Granddad died."
You got that shit on video.
Granddad died.
God damn it.
If I
man.
could interview the person that is in charge of this shit, I would probably like throw a bottle at his face
Oh, he probably
because
got,
he's the biggest dirtbag.
he probably has death threats
Dirt,
every
dirt,
fucking.
the biggest. I'm guaranteed.
It's an-
Thin-dicked, little-dicked dirtbag.
It's an esports guy.
Well, he's
guaranteed.
Japanese. He's Japanese, so
It's an esport.
guaranteed he's Japanese.
Yes.
No, not being racist. I'm just saying he is Japanese. It's Capcom.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I wasn't. Hey, listen, nothing wrong. I wasn't being racist.
Yeah,
at
that
all.
could be taken the wrong way.
I know. I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. I meant that as
We're live.
he's Japanese. He's,
We're live.
That's
what it is.
just
That's
yeah.
his nationality.
That's just his nationality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a nationality?
Nationality.
Cat-
Well,
he works
to
for
jump
that.
back on topic because we gotta end this here.
oh,
So-
man.
It looks like randomized mystery boxes. Looks like it's on its way out, according to how the industry is moving right now and how the government is taking action right now. But it all depends on how much money they're going to offer the government out of this, and because they're going to want to make as much money as possible.
Well, it actually depends on the people that, because the problem is the people that spend the fucking money.
kids.
Let me say my final.
The kids.
Let me say my final. So this is what you should do this holiday season. You should speak with your wallet.
Hell yeah.
So this holiday season, do not buy these games. No. If you have them already, do not buy the content.
Yes.
Don't give them money.
Don't do it.
And they won't do this anymore.
Because you are part of the problem if you do.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
if they're still getting thousands upon thousands from you, they're not going to stop.
Hell yeah.
Nope.
So you can they can make their own system, make their own console for this type of thing. I won't buy that. You buy that. You guys buy that. I'm not buying it.
Yep.
Stop lying, Jay.
Don't do
you know
it.
You're gonna buy
Don't buy that shit.
Don't do
They
it.
made a
Don't buy it,
console,
Jay.
like,
Come
I
on,
got
man. Don't buy it.
Yeah, he's gonna buy it. Don't
Don't buy it,
Jay.
Jay.
Jay, don't
Will
buy it.
not-
Don't buy it, Jay.
I will not support loot crates.
You gotta hide his wallet.
It's gonna be 4K HDR. It's gonna be.
I bought one
Jay's
game.
gonna be like,
8K.
Jay's gonna be like, oh shit. I
I
gotta
gotta have it.
How
I
much?
got that.
200 now.
Don't do it, Jay.
500 later.
Hold him down. Get
I
his
bought,
wallet.
I bought one perk in Candy Crush for 99 cents one time. Ever.
Good.
That was it. And I still failed the level. And I said, never again. Never again.
What do you guys think in closing? Do you think this will get worse and worse? Do you think it'll get better as
Not
time goes on?
after what's
Well,
happened.
The EA thing.
Do you think Battlefront's like the point where
That was
it's
the
just
straw
like,
that broke the camel's
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Do you think it's like going to start? All right, let's
Well-
back up a little bit.
well,
or do
let's
you think
see.
it's just going to continue and then
They're going to
work its
figure a
way
different
back
way
worse?
to do it. No, they're going to figure
They're
a
gonna
different
figure
way
a
to do
different way, but listen, the people spoke with their wallets. They said, you know what, fuck, we're not gonna take this.
We
shit
don't know that
anymore.
yet.
Well, they're fucking
hope that
stock.
they-
Their
we
stock went down.
They spoke with their downvotes.
Yeah.
Me-
well,
me
they
personally-
actually sold less than they expected, so that's
Yeah.
with their
Good
wallets.
for them.
So if that's a sign that that says that
We'll see.
I'm gonna go back to what I always say and everything. The masses are asses, and I always think that even though I think they're gonna, when it comes to loot crates and all that stuff, it's gonna backtrack a bit. And it's gonna be
It's
like,
not going anywhere.
no,
Yeah,
they'll find
I
something
think
else.
it's gonna backtrack, and then I think they're gonna slowly come
course.
back.
Yeah.
And it's gonna keep doing it till it gets even worse.
If this
Well,
they're
isn't
gonna
listen,
keep
if they
doing
don't
it.
come to terms with this being gambling, it's gonna get way worse
It is gambling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
because they're making
No, it is
so
gambling.
much more money.
If they don't find a
don't
law
see
that
them
actually
winning
regulates shit like this, it's going to invade all the games that we love.
That's why they said
Yeah.
one-player games are gonna disappear if this is the case.
They say that. Yeah, they're like.
But they said that the story modes they have to be there.
It'll go to a point where it's like, did you enjoy stage 1? Would you like to play stage 2?
Oh God.
Throw in $2.
Oh.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's
That,
gonna
why
get
do you
to
think
like
it's gonna turn to mobile
it's.
at home?
Nah, it's gonna. But
Well, listen, the Switch is
then
already portable.
Yeah.
Well, then
I
I'm
know,
gonna
right?
start recycling my old fucking Genesis
Yeah.
and Super Nintendo games. Just be like,
Yeah.
fuck whatever's out. I can't
Yeah.
stop charging me for shit. I'm just gonna.
I
Play
used to have
everything over.
fun.
yeah.
They're taking the fun out of games.
That freemium shit better not appear on the Switch like that.
I used to
That's
pick up a
fucking
game and
garbage.
play it because it was fun. I'm finding that less and less nowadays.
The thing is, there are games that have none of those things. You
Yes.
just and
Support
they're
them,
rare.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Support
support
them.
them.
Evil Within 2 has none.
Stardew Valley.
Yep.
Fucking
Zero.
A lot
Loot
of there's
crates.
a lot of games that
Wonder
haven't-
Boy, Monsters Trap doesn't have any.
Support
Doesn't
these
have
games.
Mario Odyssey
Mario Odyssey,
Golf
doesn't
Story.
have that shit.
Golf Story.
Stardew Valley.
Golf Story, yeah, Stardew Valley.
That's a silly game, by the way.
It
That
is.
they made a story live for it. It's
And
just
it's
a
actually,
silly game.
It's up there too in
That's
the
great.
sales.
That's great.
I mean, I'll just play indies if you guys gonna just keep fucking doing this shit.
That's
So,
a
fuck
lot of
that.
people doing, man.
Seriously,
All right. So
Overcooked. Sorry.
Yeah.
Overcooked all day.
that was
One of
DLC.
the best
Huh?
games.
That's
man.
got DLC, but you bought the special
Yeah,
edition,
but
so it's got the
But
DLC
we
in
got
there.
a full game.
The DLC
though.
is in there.
We got
in
a
there
full
already.
game.
It is a full game without the DLC.
Listen,
but
I-
we got the DLC. 'cause
I
we
do
got the
not
Switch.
hate on DLC 100%.
No, I don't hate on
When
it.
I buy a game, I just want the full game. If you
Right.
want to add stuff after and be like, hey, you want this too?
Right.
I'll think about it.
I
But
bought the
give
DLC.
me the whole game.
There's
bought
good
DLC.
DLC. There's bad DLC.
Yeah.
I bought
bought
DLC in Valkyria Chronicles because it offered new missions. I love the game.
Mm-hmm.
I want more.
That's
Right.
completely
That's
fine.
fine.
That's
Yeah, that's fine.
completely
But they didn't
fine.
say
It was a
if
complete
you want to
story.
be able to take more hits or make your gun more powerful, you
Right.
need to buy. No.
Nah.
Didn't change the game.
it kills
It
the
offered it after I beat it. It was fine. Would I have appreciated it if they gave me new missions to play after I beat it? Yeah, sure. Of course. That would have been even better. But that's not happening.
Nope.
Now when they can make another $15 off it, I bought it over again. I love that game.
The game is great.
Seriously.
It's a great game. Valkyria Chronicles 4 coming out. If you, I swear to God, if you start doing the loot crates with that game, oh my God, I'm gonna come find you. Sega,
that'll be
Sega, you better not.
And that's what
Better not.
that's what
State of
happens.
Decay 2
You got high hopes
with loot crates.
Please. Oh my God, I'm gonna tell you right now. I will tell you right now. If State of Decay 2 is flooded with loot crates and all this DLC, oh my God.
Listen,
Season pass.
let me leave it at this.
I will fucking explode and everyone will fucking hear me.
Let me leave it at this. Crackdown, State of Decay. Why do you think they will push back?
Now you're scaring me.
Yeah.
Don't fucking scare me. And
No, you
ruin
got a
this
good
for
point
me.
there, man.
Yep.
Oh, no.
All right,
Stop
end
it.
this shit.
Stop it.
Well,
End it before I
thank
get
you.
angry.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. Be sure to check us out and subscribe to us on iTunes.
I'd be so pissed, dude.
Podcast.com, Stitcher, podcasting apps that you have on the iPhone or the Android. Find us, Level 857. Also subscribe to the Level 857 Video Game Entertainment channel because we got videos every single day.
I'm actually mad right now.
Follow us on Twitch. We stream every other day. We got live podcasts that you're watching right now. 7:30 p.m. every other Wednesday.
A little after.
Or a little bit after. We try to start at
little bit
7:30,
after.
but it usually happens like
somewhat before 8.
Definitely before 8 o'clock.
I'm trying to start before 8. That's all.
Follow us on Twitter. If you're watching the video, like it.
We appreciate it.
And let us know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you soon.
Say no to loot
right.
crates. All right? Fight the power.
Speak with your wife.
That's right, man.
Please, Undead Labs,
Stick
don't do this.
together.
Don't do this to me, please. I've been waiting so long for this game. Don't ruin it.
No comment.
Please, just
comment.
don't do this.